Hello fellas, and welcome to another product review video. Frankly, I'm quite surprised from the interest this new gadget generates, the all-new Parkside Mitre caliber measuring tool. For those of you not aware, the product is a direct copy of the Reekon M1, with the slight difference that Parkside is about 5 times cheaper. As I'm sure lots of you haven't seen similar tool in real, I will guide you through some of its features. On the back of the tool is the spring-loaded clamp for attaching it to the meter saw. The design of the clamp allows the device to be attached to virtually every meter saw out there. To release the clamp, you just need to press the red lever. The most important part of the tool, the measuring wheel, is attached to a spring-driven lever. When not in use, you can lock it in an upright position. According to Parkside, the tool has a measuring accuracy of plus minus 0.5 mm. The user has the options to choose from a variety of measuring units. Just like the Reekon, the device needs to be initially calibrated, and it's advisable to be recalibrated when changing the material you're measuring. Also, for correct measurements, you have to set the thickness of the blade you're using. Probably you saw the angle mark here. Well, this is for setting the correct meter angle at which you're cutting. Attaching and removing the device is super easy, and it can be done with one hand. However, it's advisable to have some premium meter saw, not like the Metabo over here, as this free play will definitely affect the measurements. And this is one really nasty movement that you cannot fix no matter how tight the red knob is. For the calibration, you need a wooden beam at least 2.2 meters long. To enter calibration mode, you should press all three buttons simultaneously while the device is off. The next step is to clear the previous calibration value by pressing the 0 button. Of course, we'll have to lower down the measuring wheel. Using the saw, I will cut a tiny fraction of the beam, and this will be the starting point, the 0 point of the 2 meters needed for the calibration. Starting from the cut and using a normal measuring tape, we should measure 2 meters across the beam. We can now press the 0 button once again and start sliding the wooden beam to the right until the left edge of the saw blade aligns with the 2 meters mark I just made. While moving the beam, you can see how the indicator here is rotating. This is the correct position. We need to press the 0 button one last time, and the calibration is all done. Finally, we need to set the blade thickness, the blade offset, so it can be automatically accounted for when taking measurements. Currently, the offset is 0 mm. Let's enter the thickness of the blade I'm using, 3.2 mm. And now, each time I press the 0 button, I will get this offset of 3.2 mm. I will perform straight cuts, that's why the meter angle over here is 0 degrees. Well, I did some cutting, and the tool can definitely deliver repetitiveness. And not only that, it seems that it's quite accurate. Let's further test it with a cut at 45 degrees. We'll have to change the angle settings of the device also. The offset at 0 degrees is 3.2 mm. Let me show you how the device will automatically recalculate it when I change the angle settings. 45 degrees, and the new offset is 4.5 millimeters. Let's perform a cut at 100 millimeters. And we have one perfect 100 millimeters cut to cut. Well, let's try the same at different angle, 22.5. The offset is 3.5 millimeters. Again, perfect 100 millimeters. Well guys, the tool definitely is performing as advertised. It's really precise, maybe even too much precise. Sometimes the readings are fluctuating due to the vibrations of the machine. Now some of the things that I don't like, there's absolutely no protection from the sawdust. Eventually with time some of it will enter the precise mechanism of the measuring wheel and damage it. Probably some sort of a fender would have been a good idea here. If you're cutting metal, some of the metal swarfs, some of the metal chips might fall onto the measuring wheel and damage its rubberized elements. Preventing damage and keeping the measurements precise are two of the reasons why you should regularly and thoroughly clean the measuring wheel. Otherwise, I think that Parkside did it once again. They made a perfect and cheap copy of a relatively expensive machinery. The Reekon M1 is one really cool device, but its price tag can be a deal breaker. Well, here is the solution, the Parkside M1, 5 times cheaper. So much from me and this dusty video. If you'd like it, you know what to do. Bye guys, and see you soon.